Picture this, a huge crowd of people, finally free after centuries of slavery, but now they're stuck in a vast, terrifying desert. They're lost, they're scared, and they're constantly arguing. The Israelites had escaped Egypt, but they had no idea how to actually live as a free community. They needed a blueprint, a set of rules for how to build a society from scratch. Their leader, a man named Moses, climbs a huge mountain shrouded in smoke and thunder. It's Mount Sinai. Up there, he meets with God, who offers them a special deal, a covenant. God basically says, "I will be your God and your guide. If you follow my ways, you will be my people." At the heart of this deal are 10 core principles, famously known as the 10 Commandments, which God carves onto 2 stone tablets. These weren't just random rules, they were the foundational blueprint for a whole new way of life. So what are these commandments? The first 4 are all about their relationship with God. First, put God at the center of your life. Second, don't create idols or images to try and control the divine. Third, don't misuse God's name or treat it lightly. And fourth, take one day a week to rest and reconnect with God and your community, what we know as the Sabbath. These set the spiritual foundation. Then, the next 6 commandments shift the focus to how people should treat each other. It's the stuff that makes a community work. Number 5, honor your parents and elders. Then you have the big ones: do not murder, be faithful in your relationships, and do not steal. These are about respecting life, love, and property. The last 2 go even deeper. Number 9, do not lie or bear false witness. This is about building a society based on trust. And finally, number 10, do not covet. This one is about the heart. It has a warning against the kind of consuming jealousy that can rot you from the inside out and destroy relationships. But while Moses is up on the mountain, things go wrong down below. The people get impatient and scared. They think Moses is gone for good. So, in their fear, they melt down all their gold and forge a statue of a golden calf. They wanted a God they could see and control, something tangible. In doing this, they immediately broke the very first commandments of the covenant they had just agreed to. When Moses finally comes down the mountain holding the stone tablets, he sees the people worshiping the idol. He's absolutely heartbroken. In a moment of anger and grief, he smashes the tablets on the ground. This powerful act symbolized that the covenant had been shattered by their lack of trust and faith. It felt like everything was lost. But the story doesn't end in failure. This is where it gets really interesting. Moses doesn't give up. He goes back up the mountain to plead for his people. And in an incredible act of grace and forgiveness, God provides a second set of tablets. This shows that the commandments were never about achieving perfection. Humans will mess up. The point was to provide a durable, lasting framework for how to live, a guide to keep coming back to. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? True freedom isn't just about breaking chains, it needs a foundation to thrive. The Israelites were free from slavery, but without a moral compass, they descended into chaos. The 10 Commandments answer that fundamental question: now that we're free, how should we live? They provide a timeless guide for building a community based on respect, trust, and shared values, starting with what we worship and ending with how we treat one another. They're not just ancient rules, they're a blueprint for a meaningful life. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, consider subscribing for more stories like this.